Hey guys, so I know it's been a while, but today I want to talk about my ideal cruiser board. So for those who don't know, I'm pretty crazy about shaped boards. I just love old school shapes or just really weird shapes in general, and putting on cruiser wheels on them just gives me an excuse to use them daily to get anywhere. But I've been looking for a smaller cruiser in the past few months just because the bigger boards just feel heavy, everything feels sluggish, and the turning isn't the best because they usually have like really long wheelbases. So when I was at my local one day, I just decided to set up a Zip Zinger. So the Zip Zinger measures 7 3/4 inches by 30 inches. The wheelbase is 14 1/4 inches. The nose is 5.5 inches, and the tail is 6 inches. So on this board, I have Ricta Clouds 54mm 78A, mini logo bearings, and independent 139s. So I know you're supposed to put 129s on these, but the shop didn't have any 129s. The smallest truck that they had were 139s, and it actually worked out well for the most part. The overhang isn't too noticeable, and everything just feels a lot more stable because the wider axle makes that smaller standing platform just way more comfortable. The 14 1/4 wheelbase is the key as to why the Zip Zinger just feels amazing. It's a smaller deck, and it skates like my regular board with minor adjustments because of the wheelbase. I usually skate 8 1/4 decks with 14 1/4 wheelbases, so the only thing I really had to adjust to was the smaller length and width, and that only took about like 5 or 10 minutes. And after that, I could pretty much do everything I could on this Zip Zinger that I could do it on my normal board. And everything just felt super easy and light, and I just found myself going hard with all my tricks. And here's a little edit that I made, just demonstrating the power of this Zip Zinger. So definitely if I had to change anything about this, it would be the truck size and the bearings. And just because of my personal preference, I always match the truck size with the deck size. The turning would feel better if I did get 129s. With the 139s, they don't turn or carve as much as I want them to, and I don't want to resort to getting soft bushings just because I don't really prefer them. So I would get 129s instead of 139s next time. And I would use Bone Swiss for personal preference because that's the bearings I usually use. But just to save on money, I got mini logo bearings, and those are actually pretty good bearings for the price. They kind of feel like reds, but instead of one rubber shield, they come with two rubber shields one on each side. So that's kind of annoying because you don't know which side is the right side to face out unless you take off the shields, and that's actually important. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this setup turned out. I had a lot of fun with this board, and it just felt like going back to my normal board was a hassle. That bigger width and length, it just made the board feel heavy, slow, and sluggish, and all just because I got used to how nimble the Zip Zinger was. But, of course, after like 5-10 minutes of skating, all that goes away, so it's not that much of an adjustment. So I found a new love for small cruisers, which is very contrary to my love for big shaped decks. I'm not going to stop skating the ladder, however. For my next deck, it's actually probably going to be that Black Label Jason Adams Punk Point deck. We'll see, though, because I don't have the red trucks for that. Anyways, that's how I feel about the Krooked Zip Zinger and the Ricta Clouds. It's just an amazing setup. So, I'd say check those parts out if you're considering getting a cruiser for college or something, or you need to put something in the back of the car just in case you need to go somewhere. It's just a really great setup. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hopefully this helped you in some way.